Hi everybody, welcome to Materia D&D. Sorry we're starting just a little bit late. I needed to build something real quick. But we're playing D&D our way like we always do every Friday, or most Fridays. So we're picking up on session 176 after the Crass Menagerie had pulled themselves together in Whitlaw after joining Davis unintentionally on the Dream Gaze. Um, they still had some cleaning up to do of themselves and some figuring out what to do, but they did have obligations within the story, within the city, as they had agreed to be council guard for Ofuma, who is a council member and also their friend. And he holds the title of, uh, where was it? Cataloger of Information. So he is one of the official chamber members of the council members of the metropolis of Whitlaw. He, to some of those in the know, is also the master of the unveilers in this area. However, that being said, during the last session, the Crass Menagerie uh, gathered their things. They put on their ceremonial official tabards, which are split vertically down the middle, one half white, one half green. Uh, the white side has the cataloger of information crest, aka Ofuma's crest, or his chair member's crest, and the other one has the green side has the golden flower of Kled. Um, and they were to meet with Ofuma at the Alabastras, and then later to meet with the diplomats from the Cerulean Kingdoms who are visiting Whitlaw for possibly the next month in an event that's known as the Silk Spectacle. While they were in the Petal District, uh, they were starting to head east through the Petal District on the way to the Kneeling District to make their way out on the field roads to go meet the diplomats. However, they had crossed paths early with said diplomats that were later properly introduced to them as the merfolk diplomats, Berenia Palewater, and her crest is the cresting wave. There's the sea elf captain, Lucas Glassblade. His crest is the tentacle grasping the trident. And then there's the water genasi, that is the master of trades and treasury, known as Kendra Keiko, and she's the one with the figure 8 knot. Um, having run into them with Ofuma, the three diplomats as well as their guards were there, and a quick discussion, a brief kind of push and pull happened, and the diplomats uh, playfully but persuasively put into everyone's head that they don't want to stay in the city because it's just a city. They've been here before. It's boring. They want to go do something. They want to go see what has changed in the areas. And since Ofuma's been talking up his honorary council guard as the Crass Menagerie, the local heroes of this region, uh, the diplomats, want to hear the stories, want to see the places that they've impacted, want to witness what's going on. And one of the first areas that came to mind was the ruins of Greenhill. As maybe it's not apparent now, or wasn't apparent then, but much of the world doesn't actually know what happened in Greenhill. And this was made kind of clear by the diplomats just saying, we heard it's not there anymore. We heard something happened. Can we get details? And thus, Ofuma's day changed drastically. Ofuma's week changed drastically, as did that of the Crass Menagerie, as they agreed. And Ofuma left orders behind for Opal to take charge of his duties. And um, that means that Opal, Pew Lamb, 14 are all remaining behind, uh, as well as the two escorts that were that were originally with Ofuma. So it's just going to be the Crass Menagerie and Ofuma with the diplomats and their guards heading down the Mason Fair Byway. and they want to hear stories. They want to hear what has happened. They want to know, well, they want to hear it from the horse's mouth, right? So as they will be traveling for the next 5 or so days, 6 or so days, 7 or so days, who knows how the weather is, what else might be found on the road, um, they ventured out. The only other addition to that was before they were venturing out, they did go to the fairgrounds, the temporary settlement, and there was a halfling individual that Allegretto recognized. And I don't remember all the details that were given, but Al knows this individual, and they were extremely excited to see him. And this uh, very lively half elf with the most perfect goatee you've ever seen in your life. Uh, Oh, I don't remember all the visual descriptions. I don't think we actually did a visual description, so I will let you do the visual description when it comes to that time. But I just remember the perfect goatee. Um, Started to sing of rainbows and metal, and just that the prodigal son has returned, and is very energetic about it. So we're picking up after about a day's worth of travel out of Whitlaw already. Some of the story times have already begun. Uh, Yeah, and it would be my players can kind of set the pace as they wish. It is on them. Um, but yeah, if you guys want, it can be already. You guys took another long rest. Um, we can do item recharges if needed, or we can just hold off so you guys are just randomly rolling every day if nothing's happening. Now, the only ones that would really truly matter is probably Karos's Nirvana die and Rock's Portents. Because, oh, I guess the Twisted Totem, in case
Yeah.
Davis needs it for something. But it's up to you guys. This is literally a set the pace of the adventure. You guys are in the morning, one day after making camp off the Mason Fair. Um, the shifts were very easily delegated because there's many. There's you guys, but there's also the council. The Deployment guards, excuse me. So night watch went relatively smoothly. Uh, the halfling, uh, known as Leo Astorius, um,
Is it halfling or
has got
half
the
elf?
fire. Halfling,
Oh, okay.
Leo Astorius. He is humming over a pot that's hanging over a fire, um, taking the ladle and whatever other instruments he may have near him for the purpose of cooking, and just kind of banging them on the pot, getting down to like a rhythm, while there's a delightful smell of some sort of oats and barley with some sort of sweet fruit in it, giving you guys like a morning porridge. Yeah, this is gonna be delicious. They're gonna have all the energy in the world to go on story time.
What's that smell?
Adam, can I do something because I was thinking over the week. Ben doesn't understand why they're doing this. So can we say that he had a conversation with Davis and Al last night so that he can understand the politics and all that behind this?
Yeah, do you guys want to roleplay that, or do
No,
you just want to explain
no,
it?
we can just go because I understand why it's James,
Yeah, yeah,
but Ben wouldn't have that because they don't have that where he's from.
got it.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
So he
Davis,
doesn't understand it.
Davis not the best person to pull into that conversation. Karos is
Well,
probably much better.
I understand that, but we can say whoever, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
would because Ben thinks of you two because of
As
your
the
life experiences.
okay,
That's why
fair.
he would ask you to because he doesn't really know a lot about. He understands who Carlos is, but he doesn't know a lot about
Makes
Carlos because
sense.
Carlos is kind of held close to the chest, right, on his
yeah.
background.
Sure.
But yeah, Carlos could have come in after like Davis could be like, yeah, Carlos, can you come over for a second and kind
Sure.
of explain to me the dog and pony show of the politics of why we're doing what we're doing, and then we don't need to role play it. Just there.
Yep, Ben gets it.
Understood.
Yep.
Ben is up to speed.
Yep.
Got it. So,
So fast.
but yeah, as you guys kind of get up and kind of gather. Oh, good morning. No, that's the wrong accent. I'm so bad when I have to do it.
Buongiorno.
Good morning.
Buongiorno. I was doing Italian, not the Spanish. I
Why'd you
don't know
sound
why.
like Borat?
That's true. Um, it's weird. I can do a Hispanic accent when I don't have to, but when I have to, it's like my brain short
What's
circuits.
funny is the Spanish accent
Uh,
and like a quote unquote Hispanic, like we would typically hear here, are pretty different.
Totally different.
yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very different. So,
Kind of like an
anyways,
American and British accent.
Yeah,
you're gonna
actually.
have to deal with me
Yeah, don't worry
fluctuating
about it.
between accents for now. But
Hey,
Astorius will see us on maybe rise and says, good morning. I hope the music woke you, and I hope the smell delights you. Porridge,
do I
big grin,
do I smell story porridge?
story porridge.
It's a glorious day.
You
Gracious.
have you have not missed a
Good.
beat. Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
I missed it.
the only thing is I don't know what dishes everyone is using, so feed yourselves. I make, I do not serve. Well, for you, Al, I serve you, of course, especially. See, and you
Food's
kind of
good.
see him lean in. Oh, hello, big muscle man. Uh,
Wait, you don't have bowls?
I have bowls for my diplomats and my entourage and me.
Oh.
I see how
You
it
are
is.
supposed to bring supplies with yourselves. Are
Yellow,
you?
I know you got bowl. You got everything in pack.
I stare at Ben and I stick one finger in the porridge and just like lick my fingers.
It's
Nice.
very hot.
Ow.
Roll a
He's like,
Constitution save for being burned.
oh,
Ow, ow,
Smart
ow,
ass.
ow, 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 6 fire fire damage.
I,
Are
I
you
am not responsible for change of flavor.
that smell? Are you making rabbit for breakfast too? Oh, it's just okay.
No, you're
I
Al.
promise you I
You
don't taste good.
Al, my son. You must get your subordinates in line. You are
That's
doing
your
a terrible
father.
job as a leader. Terrible.
Did he call us subordinates? I,
I
I kind of I kind of look at Al and I look at Davis, I look at Karos, I look at
Mhm.
Rock, and I
Yeah,
look
Davis is
look at
looking
Yellow,
confused,
and
staring
like,
back at you. He's like, "What the hell?"
I was also confused. Uh,
no,
Al.
you don't get it. And I look at Davis. What subordinate?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
It's like a
yeah.
familiar.
What do you mean subordinate?
I mean, clearly,
What do I-
Allegretto is the most handsome and most capable of all of you, so he is the leader. There would be no this group without him to bring you together, to tie you together, to, you know, make your bond strong.
You're.
I mean, clearly, Muscle Man admires the wonderful Allegretto. Clearly,
Plays a mean pan
Am I
flute
getting?
too.
Is this a joke?
Al's striking poses with all the compliments.
Ben just shrugs and grabs a bowl and gets some porridge and walks off.
Uh,
man with healthy appetite, strong, silent type. I like. I can see why you keep him around, Allegretto. Good choice. Must be very
I'll
loyal.
rustle a bowl out of my pack and begrudgingly I have to jump up to like get the bowl in the pot because I'm short.
uh,
Your guys are like you're just a little bit shorter than him. Like your ears go up to about how tall he
Oh,
is.
so yeah, he's not that
He's
tall either.
yeah, like you see that he's got like a stool that he steps on to be able to go to the pot and everything.
When I like grab a pot, then I'll like give a very honest smile to him and nod and just be like, "Thanks,
You are very welcome.
thanks."
Um, but don't stick your fingers in food again. That is very well. Are you a little bit of a street urchin or something?
Um, I mean that's one way to put it. I'm
Okay,
definitely not from here.
I like it. I want your story. Yours is probably going to be much more interesting than Big Muscly Man and other Big
Oh, I
Muscly Men.
doubt that.
But they're just muscles. There's never anything interesting when it comes to muscles.
I don't know. This whole group seems like they kind of mine might be kind of boring actually. We'll see though. We'll see, right?
No,
We'll
no, no,
see.
no, no, my friend. And he like literally like grabs you by the shoulders.
Ah!
Just because you are small does not mean you are big. Remember, pat you gently on the cheek.
you see, yeah,
I
you see
walk
Al in the
away.
corner of your vision. Al sheds a single tear.
I walk away slowly with my porridge, and I'm like, "Was he just projecting?"
I'll make eye contact with Cielo and look at him and just shake my head like, "Don't do it."
I'm eating my porridge happily. Thank you very much. I have that look in my eyes. I didn't actually say that. I'm like looking back at you, like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm just imagining the other things that have other people that have crossed Cielo and like what ends up with him. I'm like, please don't do it.
yeah. Street urchin.
I'll walk over to hand Leo my bowl since he offered to serve. I'll clarify. Uh, while I do appreciate the compliments, we kind of we're very equalitarian around here. Everybody's got their specialty. Everybody does their parts. Uh, I, I don't call them subordinates. I like to call them friends. They are my friends after all.
All
I
right.
do appreciate it.
Perception checks for whoever wants to eavesdrop. He kind of he kind of
Uh,
taps on
I
you, Al, to kind of lean down.
my half would be open air, but if he's whispering, then yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. He goes, well, I get that you're acting that they are equals, but clearly, come on, come on, get your dogs in a line. Hey.
Then you know that saying, get your dogs in a line.
The
Oh, he's full of getting sayings wrong.
Yeah,
This is
good,
gonna
good.
be fun.
I love it.
the
22 for
first time
me.
he says it, I was kind of looking off in
Yeah,
the distance.
if you rolled over 20, you kind of hear him whispering to Al.
The first time he says "get your dogs in a line," I was kind of looking in the distance, thinking, and then when he has a yeah, then Al kind of like shrugs, like sure.
Okay, good. I get it. They can't all make rainbows, but jeez, get it
Carlos will
right.
take a spoonful of porridge and
We
say,
all just hear him.
"Woof."
It just says woof. Love it. He's like,
So
oh, see, your friend has a cold. You need to make sure that they know how to set up camps better. What if one of our people that we are responsible for got sick because your incompetent people can't put up a tent? Hey,
my friends, my friends are very competent. I'll have you know.
hmm,
We camp a lot, most nights.
All right, so casualty report. Not everybody needs to make it once we get attacked. There's,
Mission
uh,
I
objective
like where your
updated.
head's at.
there's high priority targets and there's low priority targets.
I
There
like where
is a
your head is
ranking.
at. Yes.
Adam, just for role playing sake, anytime they use big words like they're using right now, Ben will ask someone in the menagerie close to him, "What does that mean?"
Gotcha. Okay. I like it. I like it.
And then one of the things he's going to do right now, he's going to look at Cielo and go, "What mean dog in line and Karos cat?"
Why cat go woof? Why
Well,
cat go woof?
s- the like top worlders, the people that like the sun, kind of really like dogs a lot more than cats. I think. I always like come up with some really wrong stuff
Yeah, no,
interpretively.
I
But
like
but the
it.
thing
Love
but the
it.
thing is Ben 100% believes you
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
because he doesn't know any better. Yeah, I could do an insight check, but what am I insighting it versus what? I have no background in that.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So
I
okay,
think they
okay.
mean doing the
So
right thing. I don't. Hikaros.
Yeah.
What does that mean? The dog, cat in the bag?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's
Um,
regional. People who like to hear themselves talk will say whatever they want to keep talking.
The
I was
and
best,
Ben, they're just
very fond of
nodding
it.
like agreeing with you. Oh, okay, okay.
it's the best read on it.
So he talked just to talk. Is that right?
That's pretty. It seems pretty spot on.
Oh, okay, okay.
I was pinching his fingers together. Like, yeah, you do that.
I'll say this whole time Davis is like still just standing there at the porridge, like not getting any, just staring at the sky, like trying to figure out what the fuck his deal is. And at one point, like after all this talking and bullshit, he'll, and not even as a flex, he'll summon Redeemer and then like just put it. You know how you like rest something on your shoulders and then you kind of rest your arms on it as well, like.
Mhm.
Yeah, like so that your wrists are kind of just sitting on it on each side. He's just kind of like sitting there, like staring at him, like, what? What are you? What are you talking about?
That is a very good circus act. You are a magician. I like. He is more than just muscles. Al, good choice with this one.
I told you.
They're very skilled, all of them. Very skilled. I'll show you. We will
No,
see.
but seriously, does he shove it up his ass and does he pull it out without us looking? How did he do that?
Cosmic dimension. I don't know. It's
Hmm.
beyond my comprehension.
Okay, because I have a feeling he's got.
It's definitely not ass dimension.
Okay, very well. I like him. He's got the crazy eyes.
Yeah, right now there's just
He will-
confused looking eyes, but yeah.
Yeah, he's just reading off her crazy eyes. No, but seriously, your friends are great. They don't smell. They have equipment. They're highly recommended by Ufuma. Apparently, they are good. So
God, you're weird. Walk away.
I have a feeling that one likes me.
I think so too.
It's a compliment.
Ben's thinking this explains a lot about Al. It all makes sense.
Okay, so forage as you wish. You will see that Burenia and the others they get up. They're more pleasant to meet you. Uh, good morning. I hope everybody slept well. I hope uh it's been a while since we've slept like on the road proper. That was nice. Camping is fun. I can see why you adventurers do it often.
I mean, there's
So
usually more of just because there's not, inns everywhere you go, and you gotta go places.
yeah.
Now, did CJ flex with Rock's tower?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That will completely change the story. So let's just say no for this.
Okay.
For tonight.
Because I can't imagine him saying that. Then all of a sudden there's this tower sitting over there. Like what? The?
No, there's an inn
Yeah,
everywhere we go. That's how it works.
yeah. And you just leave them there, so just the world is littered by towers.
That would be hilarious. Go ahead and upgrade
Franchise.
all the
Who's
all the
building these sandcastles?
pathmakers locations. Just
Oh shit.
upgrade all the pathmaker
Yes,
locations.
give him
Tower,
give him
tower.
rest stops.
Mm,
Unfortunately, I don't think they're permanent, but that
No,
would be
they're
funny
not.
if they were.
That would be hilarious. It'd be like truck stops.
Yeah. Welcome to Rock and Pebbles Truck Stop. Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Well, how do?
But yeah, then Lucas will kind of walk on by. It's like, hmm. You know, I'm so glad we brought him. He makes the best food. And he just gets his little bowl and just kind of dips the entirety of the bowl in the porridge and kind of scoops out a big chunk of it, kind of starts licking up the side of the bowl and just starts walking off. Finds a little place to sit down,
Sorry,
gets
which
his
guy was
little
that?
mess starts eating. Hmm?
Which guy was that?
Lucas.
Lucas.
Lucas. Okay.
Um, and then Keiko, Kendra will come. All right, so once everybody is done eating, just let us know because all the leftovers. Well, I think you guys can guess where all the leftovers go. She just kind of looks over to the big guy. So,
The ox that are carrying the trolleys.
no, sweetie. Our big guardian friend over there, right next to them.
Oh,
The 10-foot tall guy.
Yeah. I just don't want to say his name because then he thinks I'm calling him over and he'll get way too eager. So, shh. He's very kind,
hungry.
very sweet, but he gets excited easily.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't like him when he's excited easily.
It. Imagine a toddler that's 10 feet tall, 1,000 pounds, and can easily pick up any of those horses over his head. It's not playtime, right?
Right,
Not
right.
yet,
Right.
but never say never.
Agreed. So, whenever everyone is done, let me know. And then I guess we can get on the roads. We can discuss whatever stories you guys have next, or you can ask us questions. And thank you for being such wonderful guests and hosts.
Yeah, I was
Host
gonna
guests,
say.
guest hosts. What do we call you? What do we call this? What do we need to make a word for this? Who is a host and a guest and a host at the same time? Hmm, quaint.
Prince?
Hmm.
We can be friends for now. Maybe we'll be real friends once
Wow.
this whole adventure is done. I would like to have some new friends. That'd be nice.
And we didn't even have to cast a spell on them. I
Who
mean,
says we didn't cast a spell on you? She grins.
I probably would have. And I start like looking like.
Yeah, Davis's eyes are
Yeah.
darting around now. Like,
Yeah.
well,
I imagine Sheila like patting herself down. Is there a spell on me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like do the floating lights. No, it still works. I mean,
Ofuma, your friends are very gullible. It's very fun. Very good choice. She smirks again.
I like her.
They all talk so much, and I never shut up, and these guys, woof. I'm tired of them.
You'll get used to it, Davis.
Oof, I kind of hope I don't, but maybe I will.
It'll get quieter on the road, I'm sure.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll have our turn of fill the air.
Yeah, I
Now
guess
that one of you don't know.
if we just regale them with our story, then we don't have to hear their weird whatever they say. I don't know. That little guy was. Yeah, Al. What's his deal? Was like he was joking, right?
Mostly, yeah. He's a colorful character, and it's for better or for worse. I at a certain point, I know I kind of found those traits, and I'm like, oh, that's just him being him, But take it with a grain of salt. He doesn't mean it. He's not. I don't think he's trying to be that guy. He's not trying to be offensive. He just, you know,
He's just really good at it.
yeah, yeah, he really is.
Yeah,
You're not
that's.
that guy. You're not that guy.
I've known people who are pretty good at it without wanting to be good at it, but he's really good at it.
It's also kind of getting reacquainted after a few years. Been a lot of things have changed since I last saw him. So I need to fill him in more as well,
But you need
since
to fill us in more a little bit, I think.
that's
In your
that's if they have it. Yep.
in due time, whatever you want, but
So trying to find the order to tell everything in. Yeah, yeah. We'll make it part of story time. We'll
maybe.
this piece.
Well, yeah, I figured. Do you think you ready for to tell them our story? I mean, that's you you and you and Rock are the entertainers of the crew, right? That's you've told our story to people before.
I'll agree, but we still had our rouser days.
I was gonna say, weren't you guys in a band?
I mean, that's
You're an
different.
entertainer, dude.
That's true.
and
I, I
while I
just
was
listen.
our
entertainment.
I but the smartest thing I ever did for that group was just talk to the right people and get them to follow me. That's the best and only thing I really ever did.
that's what
Do
got
I
you far.
do I know what you did in that? Like, were you
I
Say
was I
something.
was like a quote unquote I
Whatever
was like
you
a
sing.
singer slash, but it was like my singing is not that great. You've heard it. It's not that great.
He's got
It's
the energy, and he's more of a
yeah
hype man,
yeah kind
frontman.
of yep.
Yeah, well, then I'd be like, hey, I've heard you sing. You can belt out a tune.
Yeah, it's all about just positive attitude and presentation. Like you may not have the
Yeah,
best notes, but as long as you sing them with conviction or play them with conviction, then you can get people to follow along.
exactly. The the voice says I'm singing the right notes, and it sounds like you're singing the
Yeah, just
it's the
gotta convince them.
confidence. Yeah, yeah.
It's supposed to sound like this.
I should know. I wrote it.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. I was also gonna throw out. I'm a decent pan flautist, but I think we have somebody even better now. We gotta start practicing with him.
Yeah, where the fuck
Point
is
at
he? God
Cielo.
damn it!
Well, I turn to point at Cielo, and he's not there, and I'm like, damn it.
I'm
So
here. I'm here. I'm
Oh
here.
Jesus Christ! Every time.
every time you do that, and you start talking, your voice is in my head, and I don't know what direction it's coming from. Like
I have
I'm
that
still
effect
looking
on
for you.
people.
You're really good at that.
I know. That's how I survived so long. Well, I mean, y'all helped a little bit too. It was a
we
few close calls so far,
we try to do our
but
part.
it's been fun.
All right, I think the sooner we get going, the sooner we can not have to deal with these people talking. So let's get ready.
Right, right. I was planning on riding on the wagon with Leo for this next leg of the trip, and I'll probably just go half and half between hanging out with you, hanging out with him, because I know we probably don't want to be in the same wagon with him, judging by how breakfast went. So we'll figure that out.
DM, you said they were like, not to use the term, like were they like? You
Five?
said they were convertible type, like you could take the covers off or something.
Yo,
No, 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 no,
Oh, okay.
no,
For some reason, I thought
for
there was.
speed.
Oh no, there was like one where
no.
someone like the big guy could like sit in one if he wanted or something.
Yeah, so one of them has a larger like the the cover slopes upwards
Ah,
to
okay,
make room for him so he can sit comfortably in the back. And
got it.
he is always and that's the one that trails in the back. And he is with like most of the supplies and everything.
Got it. Yeah, Davis will just like get his stuff and start packing, getting ready to go.
All right. As you guys are packing up, kind of redistributing how you guys are going to sit and everything. It's a beautiful day. I should have switched you over to, yeah, there we go. So, very nice day out, easy to go. The clouds are spotted. There is some dark graying off over to it would be y'all's left hand side. So that would be over to
East.
the east, over the Foxwoods. Looks like there's some storms or that, but nothing necessarily um, anything too close. Just some, graying clouds. Uh,
Can I be paranoid about that? Does it have a face?
you could be paranoid about whatever you want.
Yay.
Um,
Did it come from Carver?
I'm going to go over to Al and say, Al,
Oh,
no worry weather. I can change.
I I didn't know you had that power. That's okay.
So out of game, for today, I prepared control weather. That's one of the things I want to do to make sure our journey is always going to be nice as we are traveling.
Boys.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a
So if it ever looks like it's going to turn nasty, DM, just let me know and I'll do what I got to do.
Okay.
Thanks, Ben. That's you're powerful.
Want
Can,
to make sure politic game good,
okay, so you
and
did
then I went and I kind of like look at you and kind of like what we talked about last night. That I understand the whole politics thing.
give him a thumbs up and a smile. It's like, yeah, there you go. Okay. Except all game is the right word. Yeah. Nice. So you'll help me keep an eye on the storm too.
Yes,
Watch it throughout the day. Cool.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just
What
kind of
else gonna do? Not gonna talk. No good at talk common.
ah. Hmm. If you I still do have spells to spare. If maybe story time or whatever you'd like, just let me know and I can help out with that.
Uh, should we Brock make talk head?
Ooh. I mean, hmm, I like the idea. Yeah, it's
Make a what now?
yeah, right. Get over here. Got
I
the telepathic uh
oh
speech, the
oh
bonds,
okay. I was
Yeah,
trying to figure out why he thought I could make a talking head,
I'll if
Does
nobody's
does does Rock speak celestial?
yes.
Oh, then I'll realize that and go. Well, yeah, cast a spell where we can communicate to each other inside of our heads.
Have we ever communicated in Celestial before? Probably
No,
not. Eh?
but I know that you've heard me talk with Davis and Celestial, and you've made comments. So I'm just
Yeah.
assuming you speak Celestial in game.
I'll just reply in Celestial. It sounds so much different in a different language. Okay, I can do that for us.
Oh well, thank you, sir. And then I will jump in one of the random wagons, whichever. Actually, you know what? I want to chill out with the big dude if that's possible.
Okay.
nice.
So as that is, as you guys are kind of distributing, uh, Miss Keiko will say, "Guacamagok, time to finish." Whoa, boom, 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 boom. All in his full, heavy, decorative plate armor. Helmet kind of strapped to his waist. Big old face grabs the pot that, for all of you is a large pot in his hands. It seems just like, a big old bowl. Grok-like porridge. Look, 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 look. Wipes it off. Astoria's best cook. Puts his hand in the bowl and what is the pot and just starts like with the finger kind of cleaning it out. Best porridge. Starts walking back to the wagon, sits down, plops down. Again, a cauldron like pot that is like, large for you, looks like a little bowl in his arms. Starts cleaning it. Rock ready to go. And as you kind of approach him, he's just sitting on the back humming.
So I'll kind of get over there and I'll kind of wave at him and kind of point at myself and point behind him.
Oh, company? Company.
Yes, company, please.
He jumps down, like, takes a little step off the wagon. Like, I know they don't have shock absorbers, but the wagon kind of creaks and kind of lifts up a little bit.
Now
I
Axel
don't know how
could
they,
still bow under his weight, so yeah.
yeah, so, bows. And then you kind of climb on in there, and he says, make comfortable. Uh, bag's good for, pats the back of his head. Hello. And he sits back on there, and you just feel it bow under his weight again.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make throughout the day today, unless something else happens, I'm gonna make small talk with him, and I'm gonna start off with like talking about his armor, and then I'm assuming I have my armor on.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they're gonna, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like compare and contrast and like just kind of like because that seems to be something that he's cool with. So I'm just trying to make friends with him.
Grok like you. Grok got this, and he shows you like this dent in his armor. Got this right here. Never fully fixed. big, what is name? Big fish with teeth. Goes fast.
Ben's looking at him like he has no clue. Like,
Okay,
sure.
we both don't know name, but big fish
No.
with big teeth. I catch because jump on boat trying to eat somebody. Bit arm, dent armor. I break neck.
Oh.
I eat dinner that day. Good dinner.
Oh.
Very good dinner.
Okay.
Shark. That is word. Shark.
Shark.
Big shark. Big shark. I have not here. I have its teeth back home. I put in jar and I can shake and it makes great rattle sound. Rattle, 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 rattle.
I'm just like listening intently to everything he's saying because he's talking about stuff that I have no clues to. It's interesting.
Yeah. And he doesn't know how to, he, like, when awkward silence happens, he doesn't know. He's just awkwardly silent.
Well, anytime he's silent, I'll be like, I'll show him something about my armor or maybe the shield and like how it's basically like a bag of holding and stuff like that. So
Do you give him the shield or do you let him hold the shield?
sure, I'll let him hold the shield.
He holds the shield. So I do this. And he puts his hand and it doesn't work because he doesn't know how to think.
Yeah.
Boonk. How you do? I want to put, I saw you reach. How reach?
So what I'll do
Boonk,
is I'll grab his hand and
boonk.
I'll do it, but let him put his hand in there.
Oh. And he just kind of
And,
keeps sliding the shield up his arm further and further, like it now it's past his elbow.
and then I'll like pull his hand out and I'll get like a little.
Ooh.
I'll pick up like a rock or something that's on the ground or on the wagon or whatever, and I say, "Look at
Hey,
rock.
put me down.
Think rock." Yeah. And then I put the rock inside and I put my hand in there and I say, "Think rock." And when I'll give him a second, then I will think of the rock
Okay.
so it appears.
I will let you do this because this is cute. Give me an intelligence. Just roll me a d20. And
Oh, good lord, dude! Intelligence is my worst damn stat.
no. Just roll a d20. I will use his intelligence, but I'm letting you roll for him. I
Okay,
will put it
okay.
this. He's
Let
got
me
a
see.
6 intelligence, so have fun with this.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay, so
You just gotta get over a 10. It's not that hard.
can I guidance?
Sure, yeah, you can guidance him. Yeah, if you want to.
I didn't put the guidance on there. Oh, it doesn't matter. There we go.
Oh yeah. So you manage to. It takes a little bit of attempts, but you get him to understand. Think rock, rock brown, rock gray, rock hard, rock, and he just kind of his hand slides into the shield, and you just see like a toddler's big grin. He's like so happy. You have cool shield. You
And
friend now.
go ahead. Sorry.
You friend now. Guacamagok. He pulls his shield, his hand, because it's its primary hand. So he's not used to using his other hand. So he pulls his hand out of the shield, and then thumps his chest twice. Me protect you.
All right.
You small. I
Nice
like
meet.
you.
Nice meet you. My name Bara Anata Zata Ha Arada Ana Na Ukaha or Ben.
Nice to meet you. Bara aha blah dee doo dee da 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 dee boo dee da dee dee doo doo. Or Ben. You
And
have
I'll
a long
say, yes, long name. I say, you protect me, good. You get hurt, I heal you, cleric.
oh like Sylvester.
Is that one of the people in our group?
Yeah, he was the one with the coral staff.
Okay.
The one that was brought up
Ah,
at
The
the end of
priest.
the priest.
yes, yes.
He
But,
makes sure my scars small.
ah, very good. But battle priest. I fight, and I show him my flail.
E. Um, and as you weren't paying too much attention,
Oh no, me and him are
where
in deep conversation.
yeah, where you're sitting down, you realize that On one side of the wagon is a massive board and metal like structure, and on the other one is a massive wood and metal mall. So yeah, one side he's got a giant tower shield leaning in one side of the wagon, and then one giant mall like laying down. That my shield, that my hammer, and they're bigger than you.
Yeah, I mean, looks like hurt bad.
Makes people go.
I'll kind of grin when he says that.
What a charmer.
Ba ra ina blah blah bee ba boo dee da.
And
Or
every
bang.
time he says it, I just smile and just nod my head.
You friend. Enjoy. Be comfortable. I on watch now. I must get serious.
Okay, protect us. And then I'll just kind of like chill out and kind of watch him and watch everybody else see what's going on.
Yeah, and he just goes straight focus mode. Just you never been the entire time that you're back there. You never see him like turn his head or anything. He's just focused
Is he facing forward or backward?
backwards. If you're
Okay, so
no,
he's watching the back. Got it.
you're in the back wagon, the very last wagon, and he's just watching the back.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Okay, so that interaction would have taken a large amount of time. So with everyone else that would have gone into one of the top front wagons or whatever, with it depends. Again, you can do your best to fit everyone uncomfortably in a wagon, or you can do some things to either walk on the side of it or split the party between a couple of the other two, or total of 4 wagons. So however you guys want to do it. But you guys let me know what you guys are doing. And I want story time.
Al?
Oh. Uh, Previous plan was to sit with Leo for the first one, but
Okay,
this is day 2. No, he sat with
that's
Leo
it.
on the first day, so I was open.
Al is open. Okay.
He'll probably target the same wagon as Davis.
Okay.
He'll kind of hunt him down, follow him around.
Okay.
All right. I actually would ask Fuma, I'd be like, so, well, now who was it that we were telling? Because we told a lot of the Green Hill story. Was it Brianna? What's her name?
Berenia?
Berenia, that's right. Berenia,
Yeah.
was she the most interested? Keiko was kind of I think, right?
Keiko is interested in the trade options. She's interested, like, but no, Berenia
Berenia
is
was the
the
big, yeah,
central diplomat essentially
gotcha.
on this trip.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just target wherever she's sitting. We'll be like, all right, let's sing the tales of the menagerie, part 2 of a billion.
Oh,
Yep. As the wagon kind of creaks as you guys kind of go along the cobbled and well-kept road that is the Mason Fair.
You're on, buddy. I got your backup.
let's see. What other tales do we have going on? We got so many to pick from. Green Hill is the one we're going towards. It kind of sparked our first story. There's a little bit that happened before that. Um,
I mean, we might swing by,
as you,
not swing by Volpine, but it's along the way if you want to.
yeah, I think where we kind of all met up and where everything kind of kicked off. Yeah, we can go over Volpine and just kind of how the whole region's called the Foxwoods for a reason. Yeah,
Mm.
Volpine was that's a wild one. Where the Start off one night, Traveler's Rest, ambush, made quick friends with everybody. I don't want to talk about that night though. Make it to town, meet some very colorful friends. Oh yeah, there's a festival for the a mutant cow. The
Yeah.
some weird stuff going on with it. It's almost like a nearly a festival going on. They put on such a show.
Now, may I interrupt? The mutant cow in that it was a cripple and people, pardon me, it makes a little sense to me why people would be interested in a deformed bovine. I
Mm-hmm.
hear and I understand, as Kendra has told me, and there's a main reason we have, well, one of the major reasons we open trade and keep a good relationship with y'all is to be able to get an ample supply of your plains cows shipped over to our islands, as they are excellent and they are bred well here.
Mm-hmm.
But why celebrate one that would not be able to work?
It was. I'll admit there's a good amount of tourism money from surrounding villages and even some Whitlawians. I don't know the demonym for that. Um, People from Whitlaw were coming down to see it as well. Just pay a little money, see what's behind the curtain. But it was especially fascinating. I think one thing that really drew them in, two things. One, it was growing at a crazy pace. I
It was
remember that much.
huge.
It was like huge for being like 2 weeks old.
Yeah, it's
News
like
spread
pretty
fast. People
newly
were
born.
traveling fast,
Fascinating. Okay.
and I believe
Oh, it had some
they,
stuff. It had some extra stuff.
I think specifically a third eye in the forehead. Does that sound
Yeah,
right?
I think some organs as well. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, but those are the two that really stuck out with me. I think that was bringing some people. They were like, a little more. Oh, this is a sign. This means so. There's a lot of rumors spreading because of that. But that it wasn't definitely wasn't the main draw of the town
Yeah.
itself. The Volpine, sorry, the bovine are definitely the big trade there, and they're super healthy nowadays. There's just a few one-offs and a few investigations. Uh,
It- It's it's always interesting to see what a spectacle something can be, how it can bring people to travel for something so, well, small in the whole grand scheme of things, but interesting. So we had a eyed, extra organed cow that grew rapidly.
mhm.
Yeah. Then we saw it blow it
And
up.
then yeah, yeah, we caught whiff pretty easily of some not so good stuff going on. Yeah, I think were we there when it
Oh
perished, or
yeah.
was perished when we got there?
I mean, I know there was a cloud of fog that you couldn't really see, but we were
Yeah,
there.
when we saw the guy running out of the cloud of fog. We chased him. We tried.
So someone blew this bovine up?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we think.
You lost.
Oh, so then
Why
after that
would
kicked
someone
off,
do that?
ooh, it gets crazy.
Okay.
So that's our first question. Yeah. So then we're searching around. We failed to find the guy initially. We, we've just met each other. We're still kind of getting acquainted, still trying to find everybody's strengths and weaknesses. Trying to remember everybody's name. Even it's been a day.
Yeah. So like
Um,
half of
True.
us
Important.
weren't even there. Like it was me. It was Al. It was Rock. Yeah. I mean,
uh,
there were more of us, but the rest of the menagerie that's here now wasn't
Mhm.
the menagerie then.
Oh, okay.
mhm, yeah. Then we meet is it Sheriff Meeker?
Yeah, Meeker
He was a fellow.
Smithcast.
Smithcast. Yeah. Forgot he had his last name. I thought Meeker. I thought he had one name.
I mean, yeah, I think it just goes by Meeker mostly.
He kind of leads us along. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of investigation opens, like what the hell's going on. Not just with this one plain cow exploding, but there was a few others. There were other mutant cows leading up to that day. There's still a few in the field, I believe, but just around that timeline. So yeah, we kind
Sorry,
of started.
correct me. Did you say other cows were exploding or other mutant cows?
Other cows were mutants, were mutating, I believe.
So this one, what made this one special then?
The eye and the I think most of
Hmm.
them had extra organs, but this one had the eye and the ridiculous growth rate.
Someone roll me a d20. It'll be her religion check. Letting y'all roll this stuff today.
I'll throw it out.
Go for it.
Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
I think
All
that
right.
maybe that's good.
19.
Maybe that's bad. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, high is good.
Okay.
You're rolling for them. Third eye.
What
Okay.
does she
Yeah, I
know?
understand. People think that there's something special about something with the all-seeing third eye or some sort of secrets that a additional eye might allow them to uncover. Right, I can get behind this superstition. Very well.
Exactly.
Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay. So yeah, Miko kind of lets us join in on the investigation. We offer to help. He's like, "Yeah, I could use more hands." We start kind of scouring the nearby areas. I think there's a farmer who had lost a few bovine recently. We try to go to his ranch. There's a lot investigating, a lot of cows.
And you had no former track record and no past, essentially, as a group at this point.
I mean,
Correct,
so
yeah.
Meeker trusted us because some of his guys were at the Pathmaker's Rest. Pathfinder? I always get these mixed up. Pathfinder,
I
Pathmaker.
think Maker.
Maker,
Maker, okay, Pathmaker.
path maker.
And we helped them, so we'd kind of proven ourselves to him, and so
So that was your in, essentially.
basically,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
So
they
you
even
helped
let
as the
us.
local cowboy sheriff. Understood.
yeah,
Mhm.
you know how it is.
I think even a couple days later, they let us take a look at the barracks and ask for an item or two. That was definitely helpful.
Well,
Uh,
then they must have made a quick liking to y'all.
For sure.
we eventually can't remember what the event was. We eventually got a badge as well, and that carried us along for quite a ways.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, we will.
I actually produced the
Uh,
badge. I'll be like, here it is.
you still
Do you
have
still
it?
have it?
Yeah, the insignia of the verdant cause.
Yeah, I thought you gave that to somebody. Okay.
I don't think so. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I still have that. Yeah, no, I still have it.
Hmm,
Nice.
that's cool. I legit thought you gave it away for some reason at some point.
Nope.
Ah, Davis,
Fascinating. Okay.
You like strike the same pose every time. Oh, that brought me back.
I mean, it's just muscle memory at this point.
We're running around a bit, getting some investigations. We start figuring out more of the cows are mutated. I think kind of early on we find out why they're being uh exploded, the targeted.
Yeah.
Somebody's afoot, doing some bad stuff. I believe he was behind the mutations, and he's trying to gather these organs
Yep.
for dark magics or something along those lines. He's a bad person. That's all I can.
All right.
The,
Go ahead and give me a performance check as you're trying to talk her through this stuff.
And I'm
hmm.
helping? Question mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyone at any point, always feel free to butt in and try to assist.
Oh, rolling.
Ah, there we go.
Ooh, thank you for
Oops.
the
The
assist.
assist, yep.
26,
Yeah.
big
So
difference.
yeah, you see that you're starting to get her kind of drawn in that there's you found or you have the suspected culprit or whatever that was likely causing this. As you can see, she's intrigued. She's following the story. Go ahead.
Oh, some big farmers for months. So the guy in the hood that ran away from the initial explosion. Uh, I don't know if he was named or if we just somebody made up a name for him, but allegedly Simon. So we're just still hunting down whoever the hell this Simon guy is. We haven't seen him in a long time. Haven't heard his name or any suspicious activity, but he's still on the Menagerie list.
What didn't help the first time we show up to his house, we see a half-dead guy stuck in his doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And this Simon did this to
I don't
this poor
think
person.
so. We think it was, and stay with me now. We think it might have been some pigmen, but
Uh-huh.
we're getting to that.
Men are pigs, I understand, but
I
what do
mean,
you mean by pig?
not all men.
So wasn't just the thank you for that. It wasn't just the bovine being mutated. There's a process going on. This dark magic guy, he was making stuff. Uh, taking flesh, turning it into other kinds of flesh.
Davis is like
And yeah,
shuddering this whole time, like, ugh.
yeah. He was creating new life. It was pigmen. They were the early ones were from pigs, so they were close to pigs, just pigmen. You know what you'd imagine. they were gross, but they were the best we saw during those few weeks.
The
Uh,
odor must have been just. Ugh. She shudders
I
at this.
can
You
I can still imagine
don't
it.
even know.
Yeah, that's when we save find a new friend. He's not with us today. He's venturing around up north. Dragnar, he's gonna appear in a lot of other stories in that as
Yeah,
well.
he's quite
He's a
the character.
dwarf, oh, kind of gruff, fast as hell. He's got a history to him. Um, he just walks up, punches things, and they explode. He can be a little intense sometimes, but he's very very handy. Like he's always
He like
crafting
talk,
stuff,
and he can just
making
talk to
potions.
shadows and like figure stuff out. It's
He's
crazy.
super quiet.
No, I mean
I
like
forgot about
literally
writing him.
talk to shadows.
The talking. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's spooked me out a little bit. We had a few spooky guys in our group too, but it was always a good spooky, not yeah. Yeah, it was always a good spooky, I'd say.
Good to know that there are different degrees of spooky.
Mm-hmm. No,
Don't get Marb
we've seen the whole
started on it.
spectrum.
Yeah, just ask Marv.
That's Marv. Everything.
Mm-hmm. He's the
But remember,
expert.
he can protect you from spooky.
That's true.
Oh,
Your whole family.
3 generations. He is
Yeah, exactly.
powerful.
So this Marb is somebody that
Yeah,
is no
you know
longer.
what? I don't think Marb wants us talking about Marb so much. Pretend we didn't mention him.
Who's Marb?
Huh?
Nobody.
making it. What's a marb?
Yeah, I've
What are
never
you
heard that
saying?
name.
You did not hear this name.
First word, first rule of Marb is you never talk about Marb.
That's right.
Second rule of Marb is you never talk about Marb.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, you get just like as you guys are kind of those of you that are in there telling the story, kind of going on the Marb tangent, perplexed. But she's like, understood. A comrade of yours, very well.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we gather
So
him.
there
He starts.
is these tree
Yeah.
ladies who were getting bothered by these mutant pigs as well. We helped some of them.
I think the dryads
Pig,
were like hanging out.
pigs weren't bothering them. It was bothering the pigs.
Oh, yeah.
Agree to disagree.
They didn't have a home because nobody liked my pig people.
You are pig people.
I
Yeah.
accidentally created a race.
This story goes in fun
Well,
directions. I'll tell you
yes.
that.
They're fine now. We helped them out. They're good. There's no problems. But
Everything's fixed.
it was a thing.
There's certainly a
You
bumpy
can just
road.
see her like trying to just even follow this now. Okay.
Let this be a testament to us being able to make something workable out of an unworkable situation. I'll say, because even recounting it now, I don't know how we did as well as we did, but we did. It turned out really well, in my opinion.
Very well.
We found a diplomatic solution to this army
A
of
very
pigmen,
savage problem.
and yeah.
David. Okay, anyone that's paying attention. Ben, technically you're not there, but you're in the back of the tent. So anyone.
I'm cool.
Yeah. Anyone else that is there paying attention, go ahead and give me a insight check
Is this towards Davis?
towards Berenia.
Bernia, okay.
So
Ooh,
many
there we go.
rolls. Arrows.
Where is it?
Ooh.
25, right, for Karos?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Wait, his was a 20?
I
Wait,
thought
we
I
said
saw
a
it.
20?
Oh, you know what it was? The physics made it be a 20, and it wasn't an actual 20.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I saw one.
Damn
I'm
it.
sorry.
You're good. 25. The horn made me lose my thought. Give me a second.
It does that.
It do that.
Like legit, I had a thought, now it's gone. We were talking about making a raise. We were talking about.
Oh, I said we
pigs.
found a
Solution.
diplomatic solution. Yeah, to the
Oh
pig,
yeah, yeah.
to
The
the
fact,
pigmen
okay,
army.
yeah. She super perks up when Davis mentions diplomatic solution. Like she's intrigued.
I
You
mean,
can see that that's her
I
thing.
our two diplomats are here, and I'll say, this is the top half of the diplomat, and I'll point to Alan, and then I'll point to Rock, say, this is the bottom half of the diplomat.
Wasn't it Dragnar and?
Oh, was it?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it was Dragnar.
Dragnar had
That's
minor
fine. You
illusion?
can say it that way. Yeah, he was Shadow Monk by then.
I didn't think he did then. Okay.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
Was Rock?
Uh,
Rock definitely contributed. Was he casting minor illusion? Was he
It
then
throwing
maybe,
was
his
it was
were
voice?
you
Ragnar and
doing
Rock.
thaumaturgy or something then, Al, to like project maybe or something?
I think so. I think I was the voice because I had the
Maybe I don't remember. I'm just saying
charisma.
I
Yeah.
remember that it was Dragnar was part of it because if something went haywire, Dragnar was right there ready to punch somebody.
Oh yeah, yeah. In case they got attacked, the duo got
Yes.
attacked.
His life story.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah,
it
you have the
started.
HP for it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, so anyways, so yes. But okay.
oh yeah.
Yep, yep,
So we
yep.
get Dragonheart help with the investigation. We got the Dryads, and it was a funny situation with the Dryads and the Pigmen because initially you can't understand the Pigmen. They seem savage and they're attacking the village a little bit, and it's like eventually Rock here, who I'd say is our primary diplomat, he's the ultimate friend maker and has gotten us very far in some very questionable situations. But it's like, oh, turns out a lot of people do just want to be your friends at the end of the day, and this is one such case where they're like, hey, we don't have a home, and these people are attacking us. Can y'all make them stop? And we're like, what the? But that comes along later. We're still in the what are these pigmen? How are they coming about? Uh, the investigations continue. So we start scouring some various houses along the ranch trail. Um, we fought a lot of battles. Some were pigmen.
Some were
Some
tentacles
were.
shooting out of the ground and knocking Alan conscious.
One was a house with said tentacles. I
A
recall
house.
us a house.
Like a
I recall
barn.
us sitting on the ridge, plant. Yeah, yeah, barn. Uh, we knew it was dangerous. I think we got some rumor somewhere, some investigation.
We had a map.
We
So
set up.
you assaulted a barn?
We spied on the barn for 20 minutes trying to come up with a plan.
The barn assaulted
Keyword
back.
trying. Eh,
Was it-
eh, attempted.
sorry. I believe you've lost me a little bit. So you staked out a barn because there were bad things inside of it. You were trying to figure out how to attack it?
How to go about,
Disable it?
entering.
More than attack
Yeah,
it.
because we were
The organization of evil pigs.
Not evil. Misguided?
misguided. There was the Simon fellow was creating them and not really leading them, not well at least. I think he abandoned them partway through was it towards the end or partway through the
He
investigation?
just wanted the parts to do stuff with.
They were a byproduct almost. They were his initial plan. I don't know what his plans were. He was he wasn't the brightest guy. He just didn't think it through, in my opinion. None of it. Ugh. But yeah, we fought a house. We tried to assault it, and it fought back. We had to flee. Would not recommend
I'm sorry,
engaging
for
in
a
a fistfight at the
storyteller,
house.
you're very unclear. You make
Uh,
it sound as if the house or barn punched you
No, no,
back.
no. So he's being very clear then.
yeah, there were the house had tentacles. Um, they're very large. They were definitely part of the house at that point. Um, and I believe when we were scouting it out, the barn just looks like a normal barn from a distance, and then you make it bad, and then it's like, hey, by the way,
Bah!
I'm made of tentacles, and yeah, I think, had to run away immediately. It was, I thought, we thought there were things inside the house. We didn't think these things had, kind of like a hermit crab. It's just a shell. No, it's not just a shell. It's a whole being. It's not a good time. So
We
So
that
torched
the
that's
we
not the
torched a
same.
house
bunch of those.
barn was the enemy itself, the
Kind of.
threat itself.
I'd say so. It was
You get it.
yeah. It was kind of a there were multiple houses. They were like factories to produce pigment, but this one especially was just very, very violent. I must say.
Yeah.
factories to produce. Okay, I am going to enjoy this very much. I will try
But we
to
took care
follow.
of it. Like we took care of them. They're all out of commission.
Everything's
Thankfully, we
resolved,
had a
cleaned up.
handy map. We were able to. We knew where all the flesh farms, I think we called them. So we took them all out.
That
The
is
names
an
are accurate.
appropriate name. Okay, understood.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Flesh farm. Okay.
Probably should have warned you ahead of time with the story. It gets
There's
nasty.
some gross parts.
I
I
am.
think
I killed an ogre.
He did.
not just any ogre. That was the tentacled ogre, wasn't it? I think it was all like.
He was like fleshy
He
and
did
like
something wrong.
gross looking.
Infested
Mhm.
ogre.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, the size of your buddy.
Oh, Grumble
Actually,
McGuck?
yeah. Which out of character, I don't know. Is that accurate? I think it's probably about accurate.
Yeah, he's a little. They're
Not quite
Ogre's a
that
little
big,
rounder.
actually.
accurate. Not quite that big. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a little bit smaller because
Okay.
he's an ogre kin, right?
Okay.
But oh, okay. Well,
Hmm.
if size was everything, then that would be truly impressive. But please continue. This is wow,
Yeah. This is,
flesh farm. You literally called it a flesh farm.
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's
there's
what
a
we settled
whole
on.
process.
I mean, sometimes the names are apt and they fit, but
I don't know. They
Ugh.
just steakhouse. I don't know. Ugh, they're all gross.
Yeah, there's some whole system Simon made up of like, oh, create new flesh, melt down flesh into base parts, turn flesh into new flesh,
Yeah.
and it would
This
just
whole
yep,
diagram written on the guy's walls, like in mud and
that's what it was.
feces
Oh,
and
the
stuff. It was
diagrams.
like, ugh.
Definitely the scrawlings of a madman. This stuff was. He had a journal too, I think.
He did.
At least there's
th-
there's a lot to read.
this madman is this Simon that you have named Simon.
That's what they
It
told us his name was.
must have been the journal, or if there is one, I might be
So his name was
misremembering.
Simon.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to get his
Okay,
name if that is where it came from.
very well. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, continue.
Yes, yes.
Color me intrigued.
Let's see. So that was the most dangerous flesh farm. We decided to leave that one alone for a bit. Go scour the other ones. Um, we find we start putting pieces of the plan together. Oh, he's making an army. Um, there's there's generating all kinds of pigmen. There over the days we're investigating and scouring everything. They start getting more. They look a little nastier and they're becoming more intelligent. I think they start using weapons.
Oh yeah.
The
Start communicating with each other.
pigmen are
Yes,
changing. Okay.
yes, very rapidly. As
So the
rapidly
Simon
as the
is
bovine.
becoming better at what he is doing.
I don't think he was doing it anymore. Like they were doing it for each other. I think.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, it was hard to tell when he left the scene, like completely. Um, but they definitely were taught or figured out how to continue the process, continue the growth,
Yep.
and they were in charge of it when we were visiting places.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, they just kind of kept producing. There was Simon must have been involved at some point because I remember
Oh yeah.
they planned a march on the city of Volpine.
Yep. I mean, they were marching
They had
on
to
the
watch.
city.
Mm-hmm. These are the big standoff. Ah, to connect the bit Rock was mentioning earlier, one of the flesh farms, we did see their process up close. Um, I
Flesh
I
farms.
I think the worst thing I've ever smelt was being in there. But yeah, as they're growing more intelligent and just kind of looking for a home, they were just if you talk to them, they and don't immediately attack them or they don't immediately attack you. You can hold a conversation with them. Um, I think that was before the march that Rock found a friend. Is that when
Blood Marley?
he got named? Yep.
I think so.
You named one of these
It was just
creatures?
a
Well,
babe.
yeah, they weren't hurting anything. I tried to. Yeah, that's how we accidentally created the race.
It sounds like they were already. Sorry, you confused me. It sounds like they were already there. How did you create them?
Because they were all, like mindless, goopy attack things, and then you know, after trying to help one of them, it wasn't that anymore.
Okay, I think I follow. So you assisted.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
And for
mean,
the
otherwise it was well. I mean,
So you showed mercy to a obvious threat. Is that what you're trying to say?
Compassion, maybe?
I don't
passion.
think at the time they were much of a threat. It was a barn full of young
Well, this is,
humans.
forgive me, this is where your story is starting to make less sense because you said that they were marching on the city. That seems threatening.
Sorry, I
This
jumped ahead.
is a little before. Go on.
Okay, very well, understood.
Because I want to make sure I have my timeline right as well. Davis, do you have a better idea?
I tend to just talk about like the most crazy stuff, and so I kind of get anxious and I want to get to it. But there's more
Yeah.
details. I'm sorry.
No, that's it's very tempting.
Very well.
Yeah. So yeah, the birth and naming, the christening of Bob Marley was before the march upon the city. I think maybe a full day before at least. Yeah, Rock was able to communicate, made friends, and that kind of set a few things in motion. It gets makes a big dent later down the road. Hmm.
Okay.
See, deliver a few more flesh farms, mostly working to disable. Um, it must have been in the journal that no, I think we caught wind of the planned march just maybe hours before.
We did. We helped evacuate the city. That's when I got deputized, and then I'll hold up the insignia
There it is.
with that
There it
rose.
is.
Yep.
Okay.
I remember that was frantic. We had to. That was not a. We have a few hours. That was a. Hey, we have a few minutes.
Yeah.
Let's get moving.
So we helped evacuate
Interesting.
most of Volpine.
Ah, I miss that town. We gotta try and visit soon. Miss the. We'd always go back and forth between which of the two inns we wanted to go to. I like the Honeywells. The oh, what's our little place?
The Weatherby's, Foxton.
Weatherby's, Foxton. Yeah. Is that what did I say? Weatherby's?
You said Honeywells.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's
Maybe.
fine. I was like, what Honeywells? Can I introduce
I was trying to
Honeywells at
wonder
some
too.
point?
I was
Like,
like,
I don't.
I had it written. I looked at it, and a different word came out of my mouth.
nice.
You're fine.
Well, that's
I
kind of
was,
like with
that's
me,
why.
Tarask, and Astral Dreadnought. I was just 100% thinking Astral Dreadnought, and I just said Tarask.
Yeah, I got you.
I was like, I studied. I swear. No, no.
No, you're good. That's why I was just like, all
I,
right, okay.
I love that place.
Yeah,
So we get
Marv
them all
gave
out of
that kid a
town.
knife. Oh wait, no, sorry, I didn't. Don't pretend I didn't say that.
Somebody
I
did.
have. I will just from now on ignore what you say until Al looks at you.
Probably best.
Fair.
I have really long ears, so it's pretty hard for me to ignore.
I noticed Cielo, his ears are perked up this whole story. This is new to him. They march on the city. The city's evacuated. Their mission was, from what we could tell, to murder, not to raise the village. So I believe they got there, saw there was nobody there. Were they were coming from the village towards our tree line, right? We had all scouted out
I
and
think so.
taken hiding.
So
The
they had besieged and taken this Volpine?
they did. They
Yeah,
did. We did full evacuation to the forest, and then we came back later
but they
to the
didn't like
besieged
ransack
city.
it or anything. It was just
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like, and she looks over to Drock. They were not the brightest of people.
I mean, they had magic users and a couple smarter ones in the group. It was just the goopy ones that were mindless.
Yeah, the early ones, because
Yeah.
we were able to diplomatize with them, and I at least recall they didn't raise the city. They didn't do a lot of damage. I'm trying to remember if they tried to turn it into a home, perhaps. They definitely defended it with aggression.
Okay.
Hmm. But yeah, big day comes. We're lined up on the tree line. We got the dryads with us. Who's some of our other friends? Mika was there.
Navari.
The yeah, Navari. Ah, she's a cleric.
Navari Ray.
A
She's a
druid.
wild and cleric.
There we go.
Very
I
well.
read the plants. So many
Um,
plants.
well, uh, Sylvester, you've met him. He is also a follower of the Wilden.
Oh, nice.
So,
Ah, hmm. We will have to drop by Vulpine at some point on this trip if we have time. I'm not sure your timeline is for we have time for the trip, of course. We'll figure it out later.
Let's tell them all of our stories, and then they can figure out where they want to see next.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Boy, there's a lot of locations there. So we're on the tree line. It's kind of just a face to face. We're fully expecting a battle. We're fully prepared for one. And to the power of compassion and diplomacy, we decide, what if we send out a person? Um, ah, yeah, yeah. Our plan was to convince them, hey, don't do this. Why not work together? There's no reason for us to be doing all this, and we try to talk them out of it. They had a general. Oh, the quad bear pig.
Oh yeah.
there we go. You finally mentioned what I was like. I was like, why are they gonna mention the quad bear pigs? Okay,
I'm
got it.
oh they so uh humanoid can ride a horse. A giant pigman needs something giant to ride on.
Oh
They
yeah.
were they were we called them bear pigs. They were four-legged mounts. They were quadrupeds. But then there's a bigger pig guy, kind
Davis
of a
is
chieftain, kind of.
as he talks about like how big they are. Davis is like holding his hand up to like the roof of the wagon, and then like maybe like looking ponderously, like maybe bigger.
But then
Okay.
it, but then the chieftain's a big guy, and so he needs a bigger bear pig. And it looked like it could eat a bear pig on its own, so we called it the quad bear pig, and it was one of a kind. It was it was massive.
Very scary.
Crap, out, out of character. Gron, what's the name of the giant?
Oh, Grok Magog or whatever. This guy. You mean?
Grok.
Grok-a-magog.
There's four
Grok-a-magog.
letters. Grok.
Grok-a-magog.
Grok-a-magok.
Grok-a-magog.
Grok.
He's simple.
I thought you were talking about the general's name. I'm like, no, his name was Hammerus. Which I
Okay, alright. Inspiration for remembering a name that I forgot for the group.
well,
That's a good name.
do you want to know what his mystic's name was? I have that too. It was Herman. I don't know why I have that.
I
I
remember
do.
Herman the Mystic. I remember Herman.
Okay.
I could not remember
Herman.
Hammerist.
Yep.
I remember they were both H's. I could not remember
Hammerus and Herman.
Hammerist and Herman. Yeah.
So good. But yeah,
So
we
you guys have now two group inspirations from story time,
Tree
right?
yeah.
From previous session.
from Filbert.
You know,
Oh yes, yes.
But yeah, so real
Uh,
quick, just to Corbin. So
Mhm.
I remember our the illusion stuff we did was a hostage exchange, and we were pretending we had Simon, and we were trying to.
I remember the Simon part. That
Okay,
was my
just making sure.
So I was gonna bring that up in a minute of
Okay, I just
Al
wasn't
falling
sure if
makes
you
a
had that.
face. But I forgot about the hostage exchange. Do you remember
Yep.
who?
That we were giving them Simon.
they had survivors,
Yeah, they had some
and you
survivors.
were gonna trade.
My remembrance was Simon was telling them, "Hey, don't do this." But I guess
No,
part of it was, "Hey, they're gonna kill me if you don't do this, or if you
Basically,
do
kind
this."
of.
Okay, and that's where Ragnar is our. Okay, okay, this is coming together. It's a good plan.
It was great for session 14 or 13.
hmm. Uh, Yeah. I mean, there's a little almost a hostage exchange. We had to talk about down some stuff, but we got to calm down, diplomatize. It was there's I don't believe there was any. Was there any bloodshed?
Don't think
I
so.
remember the quad bear pig ran away. We never. We're
They retreated, yeah.
awaiting the day we'd have to face him. Yes, and I know quad bear pig is. He went free that day. We believe he's still roaming the plains, the Vulpine Plains today.
Oh no, we did attack. Sorry. Nope, there was bloodshed.
Oh,
I think we
oh,
just took down the general, and then that scattered the rest of them.
ah. They definitely needed a leader. That was their chieftain took the place after Simon had left them all alone, so he kind of stepped into the role, and he was he wasn't a nice one, but their end goal was just to find a home.
Although we didn't kill him, we apparently just wounded him and then kidnapped him, and then interrogated him.
I swear we're good people.
So far, nothing sounds like you have not been good people. You're adventurers. That's what you do.
It's a bit of taking matters into our own hands, whether we want to or not. It's nobody else is gonna do it, you know. Ugh. It's all live and happening right there in front of you. You gotta we're we're ones to act for sure. Um, can't remember the last time we just kind of let something just happen. We're we have a habit of being involved.
Okay.
Uh, that eventually leads to saving the city. When the Dryads helped a little bit, it was really just the chieftain. We were able to focus on him, get him out of the battle. I can still picture Quad Bear Pig just roaming free. I It's very inspiring. I gotta tell you, the way seeing him bound away like that.
Mhm.
Hmm. I feel like there wasn't too much else. It was just a wind down. I don't think there's too much rebuilding of the city. Helped a little bit.
So, if I follow,
Mhm.
you managed to convince these pig people not to destroy a city through a hostage exchange by illusionary magic.
And we
Yes.
convinced him to stop, yeah. But then, like Rock said, he kind of helped complete them. Something like that. Was that something like that? Sound right? I think.
Sounds right. I forgot the missing
And
piece
then,
was.
yeah.
Oh, that's why he made a new race. Yeah, he was involved in you know the flesh farm before was a there was another component of it. He's missing the piece
Okay.
of compassion. I don't remember the exact physical piece, but I'm gonna call it compassion for now.
Okay. Good. You're kind of remembering what I was hoping you would bring up. Cool. 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 Nice. Nice. So,
So those that remained
and
were
then
totally like down to just be have as long as they have kind of their own place and the Volpine people have their own place, then it was all cool.
I don't recall. I feel like Blob Marley had another level of like. It's am I allowed to say in this world? Am I allowed to say humanity? Like, does that's
yeah, that's fine.
okay? Means the same thing. Yeah, Blob Marley had like a different level of humanity to him. And he wound up helping lead them. He
Okay.
yeah,
So I have one further question. This was a fascinating story.
absolutely.
This progenitor of the original pigmen, you said he got away?
Yes. We did we only see him when the first cow exploded?
I think so. And that and then
It
in
was just
visions.
And
hmm
this is this Simon individual.
yes.
Very well. Good to know. So, um, anything, now this is DM asking, anything else you want to add to the story so I can
I would just
figure,
tell from
finish
my
this up?
notes for everybody. So apparently Navoric has Zone of Truth on a bunch of them. I guess they referred to Simon as father. I didn't
Yes.
fully remember that, but so their responses about father was he became obsessed with creating the calf. He would harvest the rewards created by the flesh, and when he had what he wanted, he left. So as far as I know, that's the only thing we know about where
Got it.
Simon went.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's what I was trying to see. So, anything else from anybody? I know, sorry, it's, Kyle and Donnie, you were not a part of this group at this time, but anything else? Cool. All right. So, really good job for this one. Danny, you saved it towards the end. Yeah. So, this is also
Nice.
me to try to remember it. See what you guys remembered. So, yeah. So, I am sad that no one brought up Rock screaming about the bag
Oh, the
because that
Are
was
we
satchel?
one of
doing?
my favorite scenes.
It was
Huh?
good, but it's also like I don't know if we want to tell them that. It was one of my
Still.
Yeah, I
favorites
mean, I
too.
thought about it, but I was like,
This is again, you
they're
guys
just gonna
going
think
down
I'm crazy.
memory. So let's put it this way: you guys going down memory lane as players, you can bring things up as well. Like I don't mind that,
Ah,
right?
okay, like
Details are
asides.
good.
Wait, so,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
It does
so
like
are
try to
we?
understand.
Are we
It does
doing
not.
a?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we doing a sitcom clip show right now?
Kind of.
It's the season opener after the break, and
Remember
all
the
the excited
time?
people for a new season. It's just a clip show, and the audience
Kind
is
of.
just
Yeah.
fucking
Like
pissed.
I kind of
Okay.
want you guys to treat it in character, but you guys can also treat it out of character. If that makes sense.
Okay. As
So
Does
long as
anybody
we have those little asides,
remember the
then
time
I'm
we
on
all
game.
met and tried to die 3 times with his eyes closed and then died?
I'll never forget
no,
that first
Carlos
night.
is like, I've never heard this before, so I
I've
don't
heard
know
it.
if these guys are making shit up. Well, but he knows the pig. Like we had that stop in Volpine and talked about
True.
it, so he knows
True.
that they exist. So he's like, okay. Oh,
Oh,
that's why
and
the pig
Corbin,
people show up.
Sternhammer. I just found it in this other note. That was the name of the smith.
The shop.
Yeah.
Uh, It's the shop.
Ah,
Oh, that was the other store other than that other general, than the Volpine general. That was the Sternhammers.
Yeah, so it's Sternhammers, and Morgan is best
Right.
friends with the owner of Sternhammers,
Right.
but
We
he
were talking
works.
about Morgan, and I was like, they work for someone, Hammer something, and I couldn't find it in my notes, and then I just found it. So.
Okay,
nice.
so but yeah, so go on aside. So yes, things to add to your notes or to make clarity for the group if they care. And this is why I like doing the story time thing. So yeah, so the group, the pigs were being created. They were initially put into play by Simon. That is correct. You guys got that check. Yay. Simon was indeed, as Danny said, harvesting cows, plains cows, and he was mutating them by creating those disgusting worms. I won't go into it anymore. And that was what was going inside of them, and then was changing them, and then that's where the calf was born because it was a calf merged with a conjured entity. Let's put it that way. That he got all that stuff from that evil cursed book that he found with the evil cursed treasure
Yeah.
that was not brought up.
Intentionally. By me,
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, understood. Yeah. So, um, you guys technically know that his wife died, and that's what
Right.
drove him insane.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, he did kind of kick off the production, and then he needed an army because he wanted to get revenge on Volpine because they thought he was crazy rather than help him.
Bree.
I mean, he
Yes.
kind of proved them right.
Yes, but again, crazy person is crazy. Crazy does crazy. So yeah, he did create the 4 farms because he took over because the north fields are for the plains cow. The southern worst fields are for the pig
Right.
farmers. So while you guys are riding through, you guys are running through pig country, and he basically took over all of that and created his own
Corrupted it.
pig army
I
creation
only
factory thing.
I only mentioned to her that the bovine industry is still going strong.
Um, but yeah, so somehow someone got a vision of the
Rock touched the shinies. That's what happened.
rock.
Was
Yeah,
it?
rock did touch the shinies. Yeah, he did see
That's
that.
yeah.
And then that's how you knew that he was actually creating these worms and they were going and infesting pregnant plains cows because he needed to create something. He did eventually get it and he did kill it to harvest its organs. and it was the eye and the
Heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Did they
and
have
then
extra organs, or were we just making that shit up? I don't actually remember.
they may
Really?
have, but that wasn't what it was. They had 6 legs, 3 horns. No, 6 heads,
Oh.
6 legs, 4 horns, and a third eye.
Okay.
So that's where the extra bits came from. But when he spawned in, and if you remember, some of the people were turning into
Oh. Yeah.
were-boars.
Yeah. We fought them in the tent.
Yeah,
Yes.
in the tent. Yeah, exactly. Um, those were the pig farmers that he initially experimented on, and then said, "Fuck it, I'm going to make my own pig army." Rather than trying to make people into pigs, he was just going to make pig army. Um, yeah. Okay. So he took the heart, he took the eye, um, and he took the horns. You guys chased him down. He got away from you. Yada yada. So for once, you guys covered all that. You burnt the farms. You did this. You did that. And then the moment that solidified Blob Marley as something stable, because if you remember, a detail was like they were being copies of copies and copies of copies of copies, copies making copies. So they were becoming less and less defined. Some of their features were becoming more rigid and more, stiff because they didn't know how to do it correctly. They only kind of learned quickly or figured it out on their own. When Rock spared Blob, a little spark of his divinity, since he is a cleric, went into Blob and fixed him. So Blob is a actual stable one. He's actually able to reproduce, and he's able naturally, and he's able to live naturally. All these other things are constructs. So there's really only one of his
King.
species. He is alone. He doesn't have anyone else. All his other ones are just fleshy constructs that will eventually fade away. So, and then yeah, Simon got away from you guys. You managed to do the negotiation. You managed to stop Hammer.
Hammerus.
Hammer. What was it again? Hammerson.
Hammerus.
Hammerus. That's what it was. Hammerus. Um, and I think it was 4 quad bear pigs got loose in total.
Whoa.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
couple roaming the countryside
they are still roaming.
Yeah.
to this day.
To
Mhm.
this day. Yep.
I mean, I ain't gonna
Uh,
stop.
yep. And then yeah, the dryads helped you guys and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty good recounting of it. I would say it overall was a positive. Um, Berenia liked the diplomatic approach, so you definitely square some more favor with her. Um,
I
bringing
like
up
how
the
it
wild.
started as,
Mm,
yeah, we had a diplomatic solution to it, and then we get to it and like, oh yeah, hostage situation. We used deception, and we know we had to, right, right. There's a little bloodshed. It wasn't
mm,
the
my
cover letter hit a little bit.
and something she would say is like, to my experience, a little bloodshed is often, unfortunately, needed before diplomacy actually gets to begin. So, all for the process.
I mean, I always try. That's got us in trouble. But
I
some
cannot
people
disagree.
don't want to talk.
Well, let's put it this way: the most powerful weapon in my arsenal is words, and it's gotten me very far in life. So, I admire the fact that you at least try to use them from time to time. Lucas, on the other hand, he waits for me to fumble my words so he can go in with his blades. We are
Mm,
cut from different cloth.
It's good to have a little bit of
yeah.
both.
Very well. It is good to have both. Balance is important.
Mhm.
And
But
options.
there are some foes that cannot be negotiated with, as we found. And
Yes.
we talked about the hags plenty last night. Oof.
Yes. And be curious to hear more about them, but I know that this was chronologically out of order.
But now we're back on. back on the right path.
Very well. So unless if there's anything else that you guys wish to like, make some interactions with, fumble around with, have some fun, you guys kind of paint your own pictures at this point. If no one has anything that they want to theater the mind craft, the day's worth of travel, the story of Volpine is told. It was relatively well received. There were moments where you could feel like it was odd, but she managed to follow. So a tick in the positive box going forward. Uh, you guys get traveling as far as you can. Nice clear day because it was good story time. That does alter the chart that you roll on. So can I get somebody, whoever wants to roll me a d20 to see how well of a day's travel it actually was,
1, 2, 3, not it.
please? And thank you.
Not it. One of the non-talkers.
Be brave.
I guess I'll do it since technically I could potentially hit a 20.
Oh,
Twice.
yeah, fair. You're the mathematical best.
Fine, if we're gonna play it that way, fine. You can.
15 or a 20?
Ooh,
Oh,
right in the
just
middle.
an 18.
Right in the middle.
Sorry, what was the total?
8. Well, wait, was it supposed to add something?
No, just a roll. So an
Oh,
18?
then yeah, just an 18.
Okay, so 18. The path was clear. The weather was nice. Rockamagok did not get distracted by any means. You guys make a day and a half worth of travel in a day. So you guys are ahead of pace. You do carry favor with the diplomats. We'll just call them the diplomats for the group right now. And it was a good day. So, is there anything you guys wish to roleplay for the evening, or are we moving on to the next day?
All about roleplay, but Rock, you need to work.
Rock with what? Sorry, you're very echoey or kind of hard for me to understand.
Can I work on some spells?
Yay!
Yes. What would you like to work on?
I want to work on being better at shooting coins at people.
Oh,
Okay.
so you're creating a new spell?
Yeah, I want to be able to like shoot more than one coin.
Ooh.
Isn't that what catapult is for? Sorry, you gotta kind of clarify. I don't know. I need to have a
Yeah, like
base.
catapult, except
Multi-shot.
like potentially like multi-target.
Or ricochet.
Catapult's just one target, and definitely has to use coins.
Okay. Okay.
Just just like a throw a handful of coins in the air. They fly off in different directions.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check as you have an idea.
Obviously, based on killing a guy in the
Ooh, nice. Jesus.
32.
What the
All
hell?
right.
Okay, you make the
Do
spell.
me a favor.
Just in one night.
Do me a favor, Rock.
Yeah.
Just for coin spell or whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna put it on your foundry sheet so I can track it here, but wherever you want to put it, just put 32. It's got to add up to a number that I gotta make up.
Yeah. Where'd you put it on my foundry sheet? Inventory?
I'm putting it right now under biography. Coin spell 32. Alright.
What the heck is that?
It's the last time.
The very last step, the one that looks like a
Yeah,
quill.
okay. Okay, yeah, I'll keep track of that.
Alright, cool. Alright, nice. Alright, anything other?
And I will also feed my bag because I want to do that. He's
Okay.
my best friend now. So
Okay.
and I want to try and like talk with him some more.
Sure. Do you want to? What are you feeding him first, so I can take note?
Al.
Yeah, is
Oh,
Al
All
available?
children.
Oh shit.
If there's leftover food, that. If there's not, then literally just anything lying on the ground. He doesn't. Like, maybe, hey, that's a nice rock, and then there's some half a tree that fell over. Break some branches off, and then Actually, I won't take any of the leftover food because I don't want to upset the big guy.
Croc-a-macock. That's good. Croc doesn't need to get upset. Okay.
I see how he eats, and I don't want to take that pleasure from him.
No, I respect it. Okay. Sure. So you are able to feed your bag. It does not give it this evening. It does not do any attempt to suck you in or anything, so you're fine.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But I think that's it for now.
That's all. Just rock doing rock things.
Rock doing rock things. I appreciate the rock things. All
I
right.
want to stare at the storm and see if it's the storm or just a storm.
Give me a nature check.
Nature. I'm not good at that. How about a 6?
You're paranoid. All
You had
storms are that
luckies.
storm is coming to get you.
I
Oh, wait,
think
that's fine.
that's the damn storm. What was the? That's fine. What happened?
I said you had
You're not gonna
luckies.
lucky it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll just.
Take it.
He just stares at it.
Okay. Yeah. It is the storm. It is coming to get you. It will always come to get you. That storm is unrelenting. You are dead.
This thing's got like 12 faces now. I can see them all. Ah.
Yep. Okay.
Not a RP per se, but I would badger Al a little bit about like, yo, we gotta talk about this guy and all this other stuff. Like, and we don't have to talk about it here, but Corbin, you can share maybe in the Menagerie channel because I don't know if anybody else would be. I'm sure others would be interested. I don't know how open you'd be with others, but yeah, I would be interested in hearing more. I mean, we can
Gotcha,
roleplay it
gotcha.
if you want, but I think we could do that elsewhere if you want.
Some role play for this would be nice, just because it is an important character.
Okay. I mean, it's up to if
Uh,
Al wants to talk about it.
It doesn't have to be today, but you have to prepare for it at some point.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Al,
Al.
tell
What?
us now.
I
Story
can
time.
go. My study was focused on the other past.
Yeah. I don't want to put that on you.
Can I take a
Yeah.
brain check for this one? Okay.
But Davis was like,
Mm.
let's
But
catch up on this sometime.
for sure. No, I got plenty to share on this one. It's long overdue.
I mean,
Okay.
you found out that I don't exactly. You know some stuff about me now from the dream that I maybe didn't fully tell you everything. So, maybe it's fair.
No, absolutely. You
Okay.
definitely deserve the information. For what it's worth, nothing in the dream was like, oh, you lied to me. So, it's
Yeah.
you've been in the clear. I just need to. I do feel I need to
All right.
clear my stuff up some more for you as well.
Okay. All right. With that all being said, then, um, the evening rolls in. You guys make another camp. Circle the wagons as it was. Uh, Shifts for watch are separated and split between the two groups. Um, Lucas suggests, as he has been, that we mix and mingle the groups just so that we can build trust among each other since they're going to be on the road for about 2 weeks total, trip down there and trip back. So if there's no objections, it's up to you. There'll be a person from the person from Whitlaw on watch with a person from the Cerulean Kingdoms on watch each night, and that'll be going forward, unless said otherwise. Um, yeah.
Seems good.
I like it. I like it.
All right.
I think I would take first dibs on watch for the first night.
Sure. This is the 1 day, 2 day, third night technically. Well,
Well, yeah.
one full
First
night.
dibs for us.
Yeah,
Third night.
second full night. I understand. Gotcha. All right.
Um,
So,
I think I have one
ah,
thing with the menagerie. Uh, hey, so the first night story time was more of a at the meal. No, wait, was it? Sorry, was the story on a wagon with a small group, or was the story like dinner time with
The
near
first one
everybody?
was everybody was involved on the first one.
Okay, then I would target another one of those. That was before we took off, or is that like a meal?
That was like after you guys took off and then you settled down that you had a chat. It started on the wagon, but then it spilled off into the night. And then you guys slept. And then you guys woke up today to the porridge. And then you guys took all day with story time.
Okay,
Sorry if that wasn't clear.
no, I just forgot about the previous session where that
Okay.
landed. Cool, thank you. Then I'd share with the party. Yeah, I'll probably whoever I sit with, I'll probably help clear out a little more with Green Hill if they ask some questions. But for dinner tomorrow or whatever evening meal we have, whenever we have the evening meal, um, I was thinking of sharing the Carver story, and I was wondering if y'all could, you know, that leads into slaying a dragon. So I want to make that one a big deal if y'all are
Heck
on board to
yeah.
help out a little bit. With I'll like nudge Rock a little bit. How we used to tell stories back in Green Hill with all our illusions. Oh, those are fun.
I like story time.
Yeah.
Let's make it a big one.
I'm always, I'm always down for
Cool.
story time.
Story
All
time
right.
is a good time.
All right. So dinner tomorrow. It's gonna be a big one.
All right. Cool. All right. So with that, since CLO you jumped in and you wanted to do the night watch, you will just roll for the entire night watch. Go ahead and give me a d20. It can be perception, it can be survival, or something else if you want it to be something else. But tell me why and what it is.
Keep my peepers.
All right. So your min roll of a 22, is that right?
Yep. I think
10 plus
so.
12. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 10 plus 12.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Making sure. Okay, cool. For some reason, I thought it was higher, but then I had to look at your sheet. All right. The night is honestly boring. The guy that you're on watch with doesn't speak too much. He is kind of just interested in keeping an eye out. He loses track of you constantly.
I think every
Uh,
so often I'm gonna be annoying and just like how like two guards they're just like night watch,
mm,
but one just keeps like saying stuff.
mm,
God, I wish this little fucking rabbit would shut the fuck up.
yeah, totally. I get that. This rabbit does not shut up, and it's pissing him off. And there's moments where like you disappear, and he's like you're watching him, and he's like, "Thank God I lost him," kind of expression.
So, what do you think about the weather,
Ugh.
huh?
But yeah, he gets weather. It's nice. We're
Isn't it?
fortunate for the travel that it is nice weather, and we're able to make a good time. I'm sure all of us will be glad once we make it to our destination.
So, have you ever been to Green Post? Is that what it is?
This is my first time on this continent, so no.
Oh, where are you from? And it's just like shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he kind of rolls his eyes. Uh, Cerulean Kingdoms, a bunch of islands off the east coast.
Islands, huh?
Yes,
Do,
this is
are
for
they
all of us.
humanoid?
Yeah, they're make up a species. They can be whatever you want them to be.
I was just asking if they're like humanoid with like regular skin. Do they have like sun tanned skin from being the
Most
islands?
definitely do. Yeah, yeah, they most certainly do.
Hmm. Islands, huh? That sounds nice.
It is quite nice,
Do you miss home?
very much. This this place is too still. I don't know how to explain
Yeah,
it.
I think I get it. From what I hear, islands and like coastal places, the wind blows a lot. So I could see the
Frequently.
air feeling a little more stale.
What about you? Where are you from? This lands? Somewhere else?
Well, if I told you I'm from the moon, would you believe me?
Frankly, after listening to that pigman story and worms infesting cows to make an oracle cow thing, mutant thing, sure.
The blob Marlin.
Now you're just pulling my leg.
I mean, I think it's in my best interest to just believe what you say. Because,
Oh, so I see. Well, you're fun to be on watch with. We should do this again.
sure, at some point we will do this again. Most likely tomorrow night. So, pleasure getting to know you a little bit better. But I'm going to go tend to the fire, make sure that the embers stay lit. Is there anything I can do before I? He just starts walking. He doesn't need to wait for your response.
He like looks for me to respond, and it's like, oh fuck, he's gone.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So, try to think if there's anything else. Anyone else want to do anything this evening? My lovely peoples. Alrighty.
I'm good.
Okay. So with that, it's 11. I know we started a little late, but it's a good little stopping point. So let's go ahead and take a break on this part of story time. Let's be back at 11:15 at the latest.